Did you know that 1968 gave us one of the most unforgettable waves of one-hit wonders in music history? It was a year when countless artists unexpectedly scored a hit that shook the charts, only to fade almost completely from the spotlight afterward. From Harper Valley PTA, which was later adapted into both a movie and a television series, to classical Gas, the instrumental guitar masterpiece that won 3 Grammy Awards, and Fire, the unforgettable hit made famous by a performer wearing a flaming helmet on stage. Today, let's travel back in time and rediscover 12 forgotten one-hit wonders of 1968. Number 12. Playboy by Gene and Debbie.
Hey boy, to me you're just a play.
1968 wasn't just the era of rock and soul. It was also a time when gentle country pop songs touched the hearts of millions. One of the finest examples was Playboy by Gene and Debbie. The duo of Gene Thomas and Debbie Neville told the story of a young woman heartbroken after realizing the man she loved was nothing more than a playboy who would never settle down.
I never knew that love.
With its simple melody, natural vocal harmonies, and relatable lyrics, the song quickly found its way onto radio stations across America. Playboy climbed to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming the biggest hit of Gene and Debbie's career. Although they never repeated that success, the song continues to preserve a beautiful snapshot of the late 1960s. But while this song tells the story of heartbreak, the next one reminds us that love has the power to change a person completely.
We'll find love.
Number 11. Love Makes a Woman by Barbara Acklin. Not every hit of 1968 made its mark with an upbeat melody. Love Makes a Woman by Barbara Acklin captivated listeners through its sincerity and emotional depth. Co-written with Carl Davis, Eugene Record, and William Sanders, the song delivers the message that love can transform people in the most unexpected ways. With her gentle yet deeply expressive voice, Barbara Acklin carried the song to number 15 on the Billboard Hot 100 and into the top 3 of the R&B chart, making it the biggest hit of her career. Although she later found continued success as a songwriter, she never surpassed the legacy of this unforgettable record. Number 10. Reach Out of the Darkness by Friend and Lover. If there were one song that perfectly captured the spirit of the Flower Power movement in 1968, many would choose Reach Out of the Darkness by Friend and Lover. Husband and wife duo Jim and Kathy Post wrote the song as an invitation for people to set aside their differences and come together. Its famous opening line, "I think it's so groovy now that people are finally getting together," became a message of hope during one of America's most turbulent years. Thanks to its uplifting melody and optimistic lyrics, the song reached the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10, becoming Friend and Lover's only major hit. More than half a century later, it remains a lasting symbol of hope and togetherness. Number 9. Nobody But Me by the Human Beings. By 1968, garage rock was exploding in popularity, and Nobody But Me by the Human Beings became one of the movement's defining songs. Interestingly, the song had originally been recorded by the Isley Brothers in 1963, but it wasn't until the Human Beings released their high-energy version that it truly connected with audiences. The record climbed to number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became famous for repeating the word no dozens of times in a way that's impossible to forget. Although the band never enjoyed another major hit, the song has continued to appear in countless movies and television shows for decades. If these unforgettable songs from 1968 are bringing back memories, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel. Coming up next is an instrumental classic that had millions of listeners tapping their feet. Number 8. The Horse by Cliff Nobles and Company. Not every famous record features vocals from the artist whose name appears on the label. The Horse is a perfect example. Originally released as the B-side of the single, Love Is All Right, the record was credited to Cliff Nobles and Company, even though Cliff Nobles himself never sang a single note because it was entirely an instrumental performance. Driven by its energetic horn section and irresistible groove, The Horse quickly became a nationwide sensation, reaching number 2 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and the R&B chart. Within just a few months, the record sold more than 1 million copies and earned a gold record. The recording also featured several musicians who would later help define the legendary Philadelphia soul sound. But after that high-energy instrumental, the next song brings us back to a love ballad that touched the hearts of millions. Number 7. Angel of the Morning by Merrily Rush and the Turnabouts.
No need to take a stand, for it was I who chose to.
Some songs need only a few opening notes to transport listeners back to their youth. Angel of the Morning by Merrily Rush is one of those timeless classics. Written by Chip Taylor, the song tells the story of a woman who chooses to love completely, even knowing the relationship may last only a fleeting moment.
Call me angel of the morning, angel.
With its bold yet graceful lyrics and Merrily Rush's emotionally powerful vocals, the song quickly won over audiences, climbing to number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. Although she never scored another major hit, Angel of the Morning has since been recorded by numerous famous artists, becoming one of the most enduring ballads of 1968. Number 6. Classical Gas by Mason Williams. Not every hit of 1968 needed lyrics to become unforgettable. Mason Williams proved that a single guitar could captivate millions with Classical Gas. Interestingly, the song was originally titled Classical Gasoline, but a typographical error accidentally shortened it to Classical Gas, and the new title simply stuck. Blending classical guitar with contemporary pop influences, the instrumental quickly climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100, reached number 1 on the Easy Listening chart, and earned 3 Grammy Awards in 1969. To this day, it remains one of the most celebrated guitar instrumentals ever recorded. Number 5. Girl Watcher by The Occasions. Late in the summer of 1968, Girl Watcher by The Occasions could be heard everywhere, from beaches and diners to car radios across America. Few people realize that when it was first released, the song attracted almost no attention. It wasn't until ABC Records reissued it that the record truly took off. With its cheerful melody and unforgettable lyrics, Girl Watcher quickly climbed to number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100, sold more than 1 million copies, earned a gold record, and became the band's one and only major hit. More than half a century later, the song still brings back memories of sunny summer days and the optimistic spirit of Number 4. Green Tambourine by the Lemon Pipers.
Drop your silver in my tambourine.
As psychedelic rock exploded in 1968, Green Tambourine by the Lemon Pipers quickly became one of the defining songs of the era. The song tells the story of a street musician earning a living with his tambourine, featuring colorful harmonies, the distinctive sound of the electric sitar, and an irresistibly catchy bubblegum pop style.
My green tambourine.
In February 1968, the song reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, sold more than 1 million copies, and earned a gold record, becoming the biggest success of the band's career. Although they never produced another hit of the same magnitude, Green Tambourine remains a symbol of one of music's most creative eras. If these songs are bringing back wonderful memories, let us know in the comments which one means the most to you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now, it's time to enter the top 3, where the most unforgettable hits of 1968 are waiting for us. Number 3, Judy in Disguise with Glasses by John Fred and his Playboy band.
Judy in the sky, well, that's what you are.
Sometimes a spontaneous idea is all it takes to create a timeless hit. Judy in Disguise with Glasses by John Fred and his Playboy band was inspired by the Beatles' Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, but with a much more playful and humorous twist. Released in late 1967, the song quickly became a sensation and climbed to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in early 1968, even ending the multi-week chart reign of the Beatles' own Hello Goodbye. It became the biggest hit of John Fred and his Playboy band's career. Although they never duplicated that success, the song remains one of the most memorable pop records of the late 1960s.
Guess I'll just take your glasses.
Number 2, Fire by the Crazy World of Arthur Brown.
I'll take you to learn.
From its very first seconds, Fire became impossible to forget with its legendary opening line, "I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you fire." But what truly set Arthur Brown apart wasn't just the song, it was his fearless stage presence. He often performed with his face painted in vivid colors while wearing a helmet that was literally on fire, creating performances that left audiences absolutely stunned. Fire quickly reached number 1 in both the United Kingdom and Canada, while climbing to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States. Although Arthur Brown never enjoyed another hit of that magnitude, he became a major influence on generations of rock performers who followed. But while Fire became legendary for its explosive performance, our number 1 song won over America with a powerful story drawn from everyday life. Number 1, Harper Valley PTA by Jeannie C. Riley.
Had a teenage daughter who attended Harper Valley Junior High.
It's no accident that Harper Valley PTA is considered one of the greatest one-hit wonders of 1968. Written by Tom T. Hall and recorded by Jeannie C. Riley, the song tells the story of a single mother criticized by the local PTA for the way she lives. Instead of remaining silent, she boldly exposes the hypocrisy of the very people passing judgment on her.
They were sure surprised when Mrs. Johnson wore her miniskirt into the room.
That fearless story resonated with millions of listeners. The song simultaneously reached number 1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and the Billboard Hot Country Songs chart, won a Grammy Award, and was later adapted into both a feature film and a television series. Although Jeannie C. Riley never matched that success on the pop charts, Harper Valley PTA remains one of the defining songs of 1968, and with that unforgettable classic, we come to the end of today's countdown.
Harper Valley PTA.
And those are 12 one-hit wonder songs from 1968 you need to hear. Each of these songs gave its artist just one shining moment on the charts, yet more than half a century later, they still have the power to transport us back to one of music's greatest eras. They remind us that a single hit can become timeless when it truly touches people's hearts. Which song do you think deserved the number 1 spot? Or is there another one-hit wonder from 1968 that we missed? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy music stories like these, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can join Rewind Rock on more nostalgic journeys through music history. Now, as a heartfelt thank you to everyone who stayed with us until the very end of this video, we'd like to share a special story with you. It's not about a famous song or a Billboard record. It's about the people behind those unforgettable hits. For many years, the phrase one-hit wonder has been used to describe artists with only one major hit. But the more we've explored music history, the more we've realized that this label doesn't always reflect their true legacy. Behind every hit that captured the world's attention lies a long journey filled with passion, hard work, and perseverance, one that most people never get to see. Many people assume that if an artist had only one hit before disappearing from the charts, they somehow failed. But the truth is that success in music has never been measured solely by Billboard rankings. A hit may stay on the charts for only a few weeks, but the skills, experience, and relationships artists gain can stay with them for a lifetime. For many of today's artists, their biggest hit was simply the first door that opened countless new opportunities. After their brief time in the spotlight, they continued writing songs, performing, recording, and contributing to music in ways that most listeners rarely see. Some went on to write songs for other artists, quietly standing behind countless famous hits. Others became producers who helped define the sound of an entire generation. Some chose careers as studio musicians, where their names never appeared on album covers, yet their playing could still be heard on hundreds of recordings we continue to enjoy today. Others stepped away from the spotlight to live quieter lives, focusing on family or pursuing different careers. But music never truly left them. Even without television appearances or newspaper headlines, they continued performing in small venues, participating in community concerts, or simply writing songs for the love of music that had inspired them from the very beginning. That's why we've always felt the term one-hit wonder can sometimes be a little unfair. It unintentionally suggests that an artist's entire career can be defined by a single song. But if you look more closely, you'll see that those 3 or 4 minutes of music came after years of learning instruments, playing in tiny clubs, driving hundreds of miles between cities in search of opportunities, recording in cramped studios with limited budgets, and never giving up on a dream long before anyone knew their name. Every song we hear today is the result of thousands of hours of practice, countless disappointments, and an unwavering belief that someday, someone would finally listen. Perhaps that's why, more than half a century later, these songs have never truly disappeared. They continue to appear in movies, television shows, commercials, family gatherings, oldies radio stations, and playlists created by fans of classic music. What's especially remarkable is that many younger listeners may not know the artists' names, yet they instantly recognize the melodies and find themselves humming along. That's the kind of magic only music can create. A hit may spend only a few weeks at the top of the charts, but it can live in the memories of millions for decades. What makes us love one-hit wonders isn't that they reach the spotlight only once. It's that every song captures a unique moment in music history. When we hear these melodies again, we're hearing much more than music. We're transported back to radios playing in the kitchen each morning, long drives down the highway, weekend dances, vinyl records spinning on turntables, and summers that seemed as though they would last forever. Sometimes all it takes is those first few notes for an entire chapter of our youth to come rushing back as vividly as yesterday. That's exactly why Rewind Rock exists. We don't simply want to revisit famous songs. We want to tell the stories that time nearly forgot. Stories of gifted artists who never got the recognition they deserved. Bands that almost broke up before becoming famous. Songs that nearly never saw the light of day. And unexpected moments that changed the course of rock and pop throughout the 1960s and 1970s. We believe every melody has a story worth telling, and those stories are what keep the music alive generation after generation. If you've stayed with us until now, it means you're part of a community that believes great music never grows old. Whether we live in different cities or even different countries, the moment a familiar melody begins, it feels like we all share the same memories. That's the extraordinary power of music, and it's the inspiration that keeps Rewind Rock traveling back through time with every new video. In the months ahead, we'll continue discovering many more incredible stories together. There are one-hit wonders you may have forgotten long ago, bands that once shook the charts before suddenly disappearing, songs that nearly went unreleased before becoming timeless classics, and countless artists who deserve to be remembered far more than history has allowed. Once again, thank you for spending your time with Rewind Rock. We hope today's music has given you more than just great songs. We hope it's helped you rediscover cherished memories from another time. We hope you'll continue joining us on future journeys, because behind every hit is another untold story, and the history of rock still holds countless hidden gems waiting for us to explore together. We'll see you in the next video.